Yo, what is up, Stud Muffin Nation? Welcome back, and today Microsoft did the impossible, guys. Like, a couple of days ago, I'm not sure for how long you have been subbed or not, but a couple of days ago, we had leaks and reports that said that PS5, Xbox One will be 240 FPS capable, and 120 FPS is kind of like the target, like the minimum, right? And Microsoft dropped the biggest and the fattest deuce on Sony, guys, and like, I gotta throw this on your screen because I know that some of you stud muffins were like, hey Skizzle, I put out like $3,000 to get this computer, and you're telling me that a $500 console can do 120 FPS. If it does, I'm gonna cry. And guys, this is like, I mean, damn. We got like articles upon articles, and we also got new images regarding Modern Warfare Battle Royale, a new update on the situation. I'm just gonna drop like what topics, all the topics that we're gonna be talking about in this video, because we got a lot to go over, because this is what this article says. And if you're new here, I do Call of Duty and gaming news. If you're into that, subscribe and smash that like button if you are hyped for PS5, because I think this means great things for PS5. And they say that on paper, the GPU in the Xbox Series X is faster than a GeForce RTX 2080 Super. Now, admittedly, it's not like faster than a 2080 Ti, but you gotta understand this, that if you buy like the RTX 2080 Ti or any video card for your computer, and once you have that in your computer, the chances are your computer is not just gonna utilize the power for like playing video games, but it's gonna utilize the power for literally every single application on your computer. The console is gonna be a little bit similar, but when you're playing the game, it's just gonna utilize the whole power of that graphics card, and that's just gonna transmute into the game or towards the game, right? And that's where we're talking like 120 FPS, because earlier today, this is what Xbox posted. I mean, they got like two posts right here. They got this article, this is a huge article, and meanwhile, this is what Sony doing. Like, Sony PS5 price reveal is going to be an inflated disaster. Sony is having a hard time putting a price tag on PlayStation 5. So guys, that is where we at. And listen, I'm a huge PlayStation guy. In fact, like, PlayStation 5 is the only console that I play on, or I should say PlayStation 4, but PlayStation 5 in the future. I'm still buying PlayStation 5, but when I see stuff like that, I just gotta do that, man. Like, this is insane, because we're also hearing this. I mean, check this out, right? Like, I gotta apply a zoom in for you stud muffins out here. I mean, you got, okay, I gotta just zoom out a little bit. It says the following: Cyberpunk. Gamers should never be forced to purchase the same game twice or pay for the upgrades. Owners of Cyberpunk 2077 for Xbox One will receive the Xbox Series X upgrade for free when available. Free, guys. And this tweet is almost at 100k likes, and this kind of just, you know, like, I'm kind of thinking about the good old days, and I'm like, hey, that never even existed. And I think this probably would have went something like this with the Sony department, where CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk was like, hey, so we're blessing the Xbox community, can we bless the PlayStation Nation as well? And Sony would probably be like, hey, we haven't even decided the PlayStation 5 price, and you're asking us this? Stop asking us stupid questions. Absolutely insane stuff, guys, and everybody's dropping like GGs out here, and people are just, they dropped the fattest deuce of them all on the Sony. And listen, I do think that Sony and Microsoft, if Microsoft does something, Sony will definitely compete, because when you see like that they are trying to compete with Xbox price, you know that they will compete with it. So as a PS5 fan or PlayStation fan, I'm really happy that Microsoft is leveling up, because this is what they said: custom build SSD will be for Xbox Series X, quick resume for multiple games, dynamic latency input, HDMI 2.1. I think, I'm not a big tech guy, but that's definitely a new HDMI, right? Because I know that some people were like, if PS5, Xbox Series X is gonna be like 120 FPS or 240 FPS support capable, shouldn't it like have a new HDMI? So I mean, by the looks of it, they're gonna have a new HDMI, auto low latency mode, variable refresh rate, and 120 FPS support. And I mean, damn, because a couple of days ago, that Gran Turismo dev came out, and he was like, hey, they are aiming for 120 FPS minimum and 240 FPS for Gran Turismo. That's gonna be coming out on PlayStation 5. And yesterday, there was Osiris Black, right? We talked about it, and he said that he has seen a new FPS game be played on Xbox Series X and PS5, and it was running at 4K 90 FPS native. So when I see stuff like that, I believe it, right? And he also did say that we're gonna have like 12 teraflops, and Xbox just confirmed that today. And not only that, they also say that Xbox Series X brings the next generation of compatibility, and this also confirms one of the leak that Hip Hop Gamer talked about like a couple of weeks ago. He said that, yeah, we're gonna have like enhanced backward compatibility feature for PS5. I'm not sure if he talked about that feature being on Xbox Series X or not, but by the looks of it, it's coming on the Xbox Series X, because they say play thousands of games across 4 generations that look and feel better than ever. Smart delivery guarantees that you're playing the best version of your game for your Xbox. And they elaborated in this post right here. I'm just gonna find the exact quote for you stud muffins out here. This is what they said: our commitment to compatibility means existing Xbox One games, including backward compatible 360 and original Xbox games, look and play better than ever before. I mean, this definitely sounds like that Hip Hop Gamer statement that, yeah, we're gonna have like a enhanced feature. I'm really pumped for that one. I think that he was spitting gospel. And they also say your favorite games, including the titles in Xbox Game Pass, benefit from steadier frame rates, faster load times, and improved resolution and visual fidelity, all with no dev work required. Your Xbox One gaming accessories also come forward with you. So seemingly that's a feature inside, that's like a built-in feature with Xbox. And I think that PS5 is gonna be similar, and this is what they confirmed: 12 teraflops, variable rate shading, hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing, quick resume for multiple games, smart delivery, next generation custom processor. We got the new 2.1 innovation, 120 FPS support with support up to 120 FPS. Xbox Series X allows devs to exceed standard 60 FPS output in favor of heightened realism or fast-paced action. Now, what if tomorrow like Sony comes out and they're like, hey, some of our games are gonna be playable at 240 FPS? That's gonna be a shocker, dog, because obviously, like I said earlier, and like I talked about it in my last video and in the last video, that GT Gran Turismo dev was aiming for 240 FPS. I believe that, right? Like, I think it's definitely gonna be possible if you're gonna be playing games at 720, I mean 720, 240 FPS. I see that possible. I mean, heck, I think that some games will be 900p, 1080p, 240 FPS possible, but let's say GTA 6 comes out tomorrow or anything like that, it's definitely not gonna be like 4K 120 FPS native. I hope that GTA 6 is 4K 60 FPS native. That's gonna be the 8th wonder. And on the flip side, this was something that we talked about yesterday, but today Infinity Ward confirmed it, that tomorrow on February 25th, we're gonna get 3v3 Sniper Rust map alongside a new map, a refresh of other playlists, a new map that's gonna be the G-Fight map. It's called the Bazaar. And on the flip side, we also have this one, and this is Overwatch League. I mean, another day, another cancellation, and this is nothing to fool around with, because I'm talking about Corona. Can't say the full word on YouTube, but Overwatch League says that in order to protect the health and safety of our players and fans and staff, we are canceling plans to host Overwatch League 2020 matches in South Korea in weeks 5, 6, and 7. I mean, like, knowing the fact that Corona can spread and it's contagious, I think that they're even gonna cancel 8, 9. So hopefully it doesn't get that bad, but you know, some sad news right here, so gonna shed a tear right there. Also in the news, stuff regarding Modern Warfare Battle Royale. This stud muffin at me last night and he was like, hey Skizzle, you gotta see this, because Jake, he dropped some pictures right here. He dropped a lot of proof that this is like coming from Modern Warfare, right? Like, these are in-game images that all of them are pointing at March 3rd, 2020, because that's kind of like the rumor date for when we're gonna have Modern Warfare Battle Royale. And he was like, it was right in front of us the entire time. The release date has been in the game since drop. The intel in Spec Ops are clues about Warzone and the drop date. You know, I would still say it's not like completely to the point where it says that it's about Battle Royale Warzone, but for what else it could be, right? Like, I mean, check this one out, right? This is the first picture that we got, and like literally everything says March 3rd here. So this is March 3rd, Tuesday. Here it says translation Monday, and then, you know, on Monday the message has gone forward, and then we got March 3rd right there. And then we have Game Pass, and this is probably the big one, because you can see this is the in-game image, and here it says March 3rd. We also found this on the Piccadilly map, and it says in cinemas from March 3rd, and you can see this has that Battle Royale kind of logo, right? Like Beast, it definitely just kind of hints at the fact that this is about Battle Royale. And obviously this is another picture that was taken from in-game, and it's another one that says March 3rd, 2020. So a lot of these things are pointing us towards March 3rd, 2020. I assume that tomorrow we may hear about it, but it just doesn't feel like that we're gonna hear something about Battle Royale. But I'm still gonna live stream and let's see what happens, right? If you're new here, like and subscribe. I do Call of Duty and gaming news. Check out some other videos on the screen, and I will see you in the next one. Stud Muffin out.